So when I moved back to Harlow from London and I had my second child, I found it to be quite lonely because all my friends that I'd made previously with my eldest, they didn't live nearby. And what I found really difficult was finding a space where I could meet up with friends, or if I went to a class, somewhere that we could sort of hang out afterwards. But also, aside from it just being a place to go for baby classes, somewhere where I could get advice and support, not necessarily medical advice and medical support, but emotional and well-being support as well. So I felt like there was a gap for somewhere like that in Harlow. This building was a Quaker meeting house. So yeah, I had to get in professionals to come in and put like a new accessible bathroom, put in baby changing, redecorate completely with this lovely colour. But also it was investing in all the furniture, like tables and chairs and play equipment. I even bought soft play equipment because we were running a weekly stay and play as well on a Friday morning. So yeah, it was quite a large personal investment financially. I have this view that if you look after parents, particularly mothers, in their most vulnerable time when they've just had a baby, you give them the tools and the support to raise their children in a happy, healthy environment. I honestly think that you then, in the long term, get rid of lots of other issues in society, so mental health, you've got support for mental health. I think that you'll have less crime further down the road. We've got things like Sing and Sign baby signing, we've got Caterpillar Music, which is like music and sensory, we've got Phonics Fox, which is phonics reading and playtime, we've got Dance Fusion. But then also what the Parenthood offers are weekly coffee mornings for parents with children under 18 months so that they can come and socialise and get some refreshments as well. I'm also really proud of our postnatal course called Postnatal Plus. I've managed to get 6 wonderful local experts to come in and talk to parents with babies under 6 months.
I'm Cheryl and I live in Harlow, and I've lived in Harlow for most of my life. I'm a children's activity provider and I deliver classes at the Parenthood on a Tuesday. So at the Parenthood, it's always really clean. The Parenthood also sponsors the mothers meeting that happens after my class, which is really nice.
I'm Miranda, I'm from Harlow. I've been in Harlow for about 7 or 8 years and I'm a local yoga teacher here. Everybody in the class is at slightly different stages of their kind of healing journey postnatally. The babies just get on, some are crawling around, playing with the toys, some are very happy laying on the mats looking at mum doing her yoga practice. It's actually really lovely for them to be able to see mum doing something for themselves. The suitability of the venue is quite important, especially for the classes where we have babies coming along, being able to bring buggies in, bring in car seats and things into the space. The Parenthood has a really nice big foyer where we can leave buggies, but there's also loads of space in the hall where we practice to be able to have lots of people taking part in the class, but also space around the outside for things that you might need for baby.
I'm Becca and I'm from Harlow. My son was a bit older when I found out about it, but I was pregnant at the time. There wasn't really any other classes like it at the time. I signed up for a postnatal plus course when I was pregnant with my daughter, like a 6 weeks course from like newborn, so that was really handy. And there's kind of other classes offered as well. You can meet lots of different people, share lots of different tips. It was nice to spend that time with people to say of like having children of a similar age.
My name is Natalie and I've lived in Harlow for coming up to 6 years now. I did Sing and Sign with Marika before we set this up. Yeah, I started doing it on Instagram, and at the time my son was coming up to 3, so he was sort of at nursery, couldn't get involved that much with what was going on, but I have seen it coming up quite a lot on social medias. I have done the Postnatal Plus course here, which was last term, and now I've just started the Mothers Moving postnatal yoga. once I started, I loved everything about it. I loved being able to go out and speak to other mums. Having had a son, I think I was like, oh, I think I know most things, and actually it was like, no, this is really helpful. So the fact that I can bring her with me is amazing. I'm exclusively breastfeeding, so it's really difficult for me to leave her with my husband, and he's working anyway, so we don't have that support. So yeah, the fact that I can bring her with me means I can actually get back into my fitness, and again, it's really lovely doing it with other women who have also got children and are in the same position as I am.
If I could get a large amount of funding, the first thing I would do is purchase this building. It's quite ambitious, but I would hate to think that the building would be sold and then turned into something completely different, because we're needed here. So the impact we've had is helping people build community and reducing social isolation. And what I would love to do in the future, I would like to develop an antenatal course, because I'm now hearing from my community that we don't have antenatal courses run by our local hospital anymore. So people are entering within pregnancy and then going into delivery without that knowledge and that preparation, which is so important. It's just improving the facilities here so that more people can use it. I'd love to collaborate and bring on more partners to host their events and classes here as well.
There's not that much around to do with babies, especially there are definitely not any educational courses that I am aware of around here. And you can do things like baby sensory, but you don't get I think here has a real community feel.
If it were to close, it would have a really negative impact on my business, because it's a really attractive venue, because it is so clean and welcoming.